Welcome to another Compassion Works for All video. Here we are in one of my favorite places. I hope you have a place that you can go to where you can meditate and be still and know that when you're there, everything is enough. Everything is all that you need. If you're not having a very good day, or if your life has taken a difficult turn, hopefully you have a place where you can go and just be still. And in that place, right here and now, everything is enough. It's what it is, and it gives you fulfillment and a gratefulness for all that you do have. So often in our lives, especially when we're in pain and we're struggling, we focus more on what we don't have, what we wish we had, what someone else has. And we have that feeling of what I have is not enough. This morning I was talking to somebody who had to have another surgery, and he knew that that would be more pain and suffering. He looked at a friend of his who seemed to have it all. He had made plenty of money and he was in good health. And he was going to go off on a trip and find a vacation home that he could have in a beautiful place. Well, as you can imagine, the fellow who was needing to have the surgery was feeling like what he had was not enough. And what his friend had was far more desirable. Another woman that was there in the same conversation, she was facing illness too, and her illness could have been life-threatening. She's pretty desperate to find a solution for her health problems. Facing death for her meant that life was not enough because it did not have a guarantee of helping her get well. And she's a very wise woman, and she knows well that everybody dies sometime. But sometimes when you get a difficult life challenge, like a difficult diagnosis, it seems like life should give us more. There's all those healthy people out there. They don't have to face an immediate death. And so when people are facing such an enormous challenge, they feel Life is not giving me enough. I'm dealing with something horrible, and I should have what I need for healing and survival. Of course, we all feel that way. And when we don't have enough to the point that we're really suffering, like enough money or food, or to get the things we really need, we go into that place that says, life is not giving me enough. I don't have enough. And we feel the pain of feeling deprivation or loss, or our dreams can't come true. And yet, it's good to find those ways to remind ourselves to be grateful for what we do have. I could be sitting here in this beautiful place and thinking of what I don't have, being unhappy because of what I don't have, instead of being grateful for this moment right here, this beauty. All I have here is a beautiful place to sit in the woods and look out over this cliff at the water. There's no big mansion or a banquet or piles of money or a guarantee that I can stay here forever and ever. This is it. But this is enough. Around the world, we all know that there are people that are sick and dying, and people fighting wars, people that are having their villages taken over by marauding soldiers. There are people in America and California who don't have enough water. There are people in many cities around America where the children live in poverty and don't have enough food. There are people in prisons who, no matter how much they wanted to have a little place of land where they could simply look out over a lake, no matter how much they wanted it, they could not come here and share this pretty spot with me. It is very hard to say, focus on what you do have. Be grateful for what you do have. Find those places where you can feel like what is here now is enough. And be there as much as possible. Let it fill you with peace and gratefulness. Every single being on this planet who was ever born has those times of pain and longing and wishing for what they don't have, but wish they had a better life if they just had that one thing. But maybe the work is finding out how what we do have is enough, as much as we can. I hope this pretty spot that we shared together has filled you up a little bit. And we'll see you again in other videos.